They entered Bob Cratchit's house. Found Mrs. Cratchit and the children sitting round the fire. It must be past his time. Yes, Mother. But I think he's walked a little slower these past few evenings. And in came Bob. You went today then, Bob?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. Would have done you good to see how green a place it is. But you'll see it often. My little child.
Spectre, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. Tell me what man it was whose death so many rejoiced at. The spirit pointed its hand as before, and they approached a graveyard. The ghost of future yet to come pointed down to one grave. Spirit, before I draw nearer to that stone, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be? Are the shadows of things that may be only? Still, the spirit pointed to the grave. Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends to which they must lead, but if the courses be departed from, the ends may change. Trembling, Scrooge read upon the stone, Ebenezer Scrooge. No, Spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. Why show me this if I am past all hope? For the first time, the Spirit's hand appeared to shake. Good Spirit, your nature pities me. Assure me that I yet may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart, try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Tell me that I may sponge away the writing on that stone. Holding up his hands in a last prayer, Scrooge saw an alteration in the spectre's garments. It shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedpost. Yes. The bedpost was his own. The bed was his own. Best of all, the time before him was his own to make amends in. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, the shadows of things that would have been may be dispelled. They will be. I know they will. I don't know what to do. I am as light as a feather. I am as happy as an angel. I am as merry as a schoolboy. I am as giddy as a drunken man. A Merry Christmas to all the world. Happy New Year to everybody. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. Hello! Hello there! He called downward to a boy in Sunday clothes. What's today? Huh? What's today, my fine fellow? Today? Why, Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Well, they can do anything they like. Of course they can. Of course they can. Hello, my fine. Hello. Do you know the poulterers in the next street but one at the corner? I should hope I did. An intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they sold the prize turkey that was hanging there? Not the little prize turkey, the great big one. What, the one as big as me? A delightful boy, it's a pleasure talking to him. Yes, my buck. It's hanging there now. Is it? Go and buy it. Walker? No, I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and tell them to bring it here that I may give them directions where to take it. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. The boy was off like a shot. As Scrooge waited down in the street for the poulterer, the knocker caught his eye. What an honest expression it has in its face. I shall love it until the day I die. Ah, here's the turkey! Hello, Merry Christmas! That bird, oh, he never could have stood upon his legs, that bird. He would have snapped them off in a minute. The chuckle with which he said this, and the chuckle with which he paid for the turkey, and the chuckle with which he recompensed the boy were only to be exceeded by the chuckle with which he sat down in his chair, breathless. And he chuckled till he cried. Shaving was not an easy task, for his hand continued to shake. And shaving requires attention, even when you don't dance while you are at it. Scrooge dressed himself all in his best, and at last got out into the street. He saw one of the portly gentlemen who had walked into his counting house the day before. "My dear sir," he said, taking the gentleman by both his hands, "it was very kind of you. I do hope you succeeded. Merry Christmas, sir." Mr. Scrooge? Yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. I ask your pardon. And will you have the goodness, Scrooge whispered in his ear. "My dear Mr. Scrooge, if you please, not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it." "My dear sir, I don't know what to say to such munificence." "Don't say anything. Please, come and see me." "Will you come and see me?" "Oh, thank you. I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. Bless you." Scrooge went to church and walked about on the streets and watched people hurrying to and fro and patted children on the head. He never imagined that anything could give him so much pleasure. In the afternoon, he turned his steps toward his nephew's house. He passed the door a dozen times before he had the courage to go up. But he made a dash and did it. He put his hand on the doorknob, turned it gently, and sidled his face round. "Fred." "Bless my soul." "It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?" Let him in. It's a wonder he didn't shake his arm off. Scrooge was at home in 5 minutes. Oh, but he was early the next morning at the office. If he could only get there first and catch Bob Cratchit arriving late. And he did it. 9 o'clock, no Bob. 1:15, no Bob. He was a full 18.5 minutes behind his time. Bob was on his stool in a jiffy. "Hello? What do you mean by coming in here at this time of day?" "I am very sorry, sir. It's only once a year. It shan't be repeated." "I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand this sort of nonsense any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary." Bob trembled.